all those great summer blooming
Yeah.
shrubs. But those things are starting, you can look at them, they're kind of going, yeah, I'm ready to go to bed for the
Yeah.
winter. It's
You're starting to see
time to
fall color.
hibernate.
Notice the
Yeah.
maples out front are
Yeah.
starting to get that another week and they'll be glorious.
Right.
So right now they got just a tinge.
Right. So things are, those deciduous shrubs, those shrubs that lose their
Yeah.
leaves, are starting to think I'm going to go to bed. And you can see a change in the colors, a little more pale. So now is the time to think, do I need some evergreens in my yard? Do I need more evergreens? And I think I go through, it seems to be one or the other. You drive by a person's yard and there's nothing but green, just evergreens. And the next person has nothing but flowery stuff in the wintertime. Maybe they don't care. I don't know. But it's dead looking, even though they're not dead, but your landscape looks bland. Not real happy, bland. So evergreens are those plants that maybe not the biggest, showiest shrubs always, but they really give you a good basis for your landscape.
Foundation or an anchor in the landscape. So 20% of your landscape should be dedicated to evergreens. Right. If this is your winter home, this is where you winter from Minnesota or Wisconsin or Alaska, maybe more than that, because this is when you're here.
And the thing about Arizona or Prescott, this area, is we have with such wonderful winters. Yeah. You can be out in your yard quite a bit. It's not like we're hibernating inside for the winter.
Just put a layer on. Yeah. You're fine.
Yeah. So evergreen shrubs, not trees. We'll do that another time. So this is shrubs.
Okay, great.
So one of the first ones that I really like is anything in the Euonymus family. Don't ask me to spell it
because Euonymus. Euonymus.
Or as you call it, anonymous. So plants in that Euonymus family, most of them, there's a few that will lose their leaves, but 90% of them keep them. And the other thing about the plants in that family is a lot of them are variegated. So you see yellow and green, yellow and white, silver, kind of a cream color and green. So the nice thing about that is it's really giving you that shot of color out in the yard in the dead of winter, because from the house you're looking at going, is that blooming or is that a yellow leaf on there? Yeah. So the gold spots, the golden euonymus, the emerald gaieties, silver king euonymus, and the other thing about them is they come in different heights. So you get some that get 5-6 feet tall, some that stay 2-3 feet tall. So there's a shrub in that family that will fit almost anywhere in your yard. The only drawback with them is they're not very animal resistant.
Well, yeah.
So if you've got a lot of deer, a lot of bunny, you might reconsider that unless it's fenced off or
wildland interface, a hidden valley or those areas, maybe a different variety. But in the track home areas, it's great. Use them. My favorite is called winter creeper. Euonymus. That's a nice one. Gets a ground cover, but it's evergreen. But it turns from golds and silvers to purples and reds through the winter. They're fabulous. They're amazing.
I agree. That's a good one.
Full sun, takes our wind. They're good plants.
It is a good plant. Another really good plant that is animal resistant that has the variegated to it is the Ellie, Agnes, Silverberry.
Yeah.
So that one's yellow and green, really bright colored there again, but tends to be very deer resistant, javelina resistant. So that one gets about 5 by 5, somewhere in there.
But some that are taller than our head. They're taller than us pretty easily. So we have quite a few of those, and they're beautiful. And they're a native. So once they get up to size, cut them off of all water. They'll be fine by themselves. Right. Because they're truly, truly an Arizona native plant. Silverberry.
Another really good one that people are really familiar with is the Boxwoods. Yeah. Because that's Midwest, East Coast, but very animal resistant. So it's a good one for that. Nice dark green foliage, just gives you that really rich green out there. We usually have the winter gem and the green mountain. So winter gem gets a little wider, green mountain stays a little more narrow, so it can fit. We even have something called petite pillar.
Ooh, yes, tall and narrow, or actually small and narrow. No, short and narrow.
Petite. Yeah. So boxwoods are a great one. And of course, the Nandina, things in the Nandina family. There's plum passion, which gets a little taller, that has a real pretty purple foliage to it. There's Tuscan flame, Gulf stream, Sienna
Regular
Sunrise,
Domestica,
regular
which is the big one.
Domestica.
That's one Californians call it heavenly bamboo
Mhm.
because it has bamboo stalks. It's not a
Not a
bamboo.
bamboo. It's not going
It
to run.
sort of has that, but easier to care for. Animals don't. I mean, they adapt really well. They
Mhm.
look soft. They're evergreen.
Yeah.
And in the sun, they turn a bright red.
Right.
In the more shade, they stay kind of green.
More green. But it's amazing. You drive around in the winter and you see these bright red shrubs, and everybody's like, "What are those? What are those?" I'm going, "It's Nandina." They're like, "No."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes." No, that's not it. So,
yes,
but
it is.
Yeah. Yeah. In this, if they get a lot of sun, they're just beautiful through the winter time. So Nandinas are a good one. Cotoneasters, otherwise known as Cotoneasters.
Yeah, if you're from the Midwest, Cotoneaster. If you're from everywhere else, it's Katoniaster.
Cotoneaster. So there's Cotoneaster parnii. It's 6x6, really pretty in the wintertime. It does get a little more of a bronzy color to it, but it has really nice red berries on it.
Beautiful.
So that's a great plant for here. The other one is the gray leaf Cotoneaster. I really like that plant. I think if you're trying to stay kind of more native-y looking, the gray leaf is a wonderful one to put in, and it's about a 4x4.
Yeah, hip high or so, and then again, once it gets up to size, cut it off of all care. It'll go by itself. It's truly an Arizona native. It does not need more water after that.
Right. It's another one that does the red berry. So it's really pretty. It has that gray foliage with the red berry on it. It's really attractive. Then you have the shorter Cotoneasters, the coral beauties, the Eichholz. Those are more your ground cover ones, but do really, really well here. Nice evergreens.
What about junipers?
Well, I was going to get to junipers.
Okay. See, that's the number one. We're surrounded by juniper forests. They're not natives.
But every time I go, "Oh, and junipers," people go, "Oh, no, not junipers." And I'm like,
there's
"No,
a place for them.
There's what? Yeah, junipers do fabulous here. Everything from the mint juleps that get 4 to 6 feet tall and wide. Tamarix gets about 2 foot tall. The Calgary carpet, the blue chips, the nice low growing ground
like a carpet. So a secret. So just garden trivia. Male junipers are a problem. They're the ones that cause all the grief. All the pollen. Yellow. They're the ones that cause allergies. Females don't do that. They're the ones that put the berries on. So they don't have pollen. So you want the female variety, not the male variety of junipers, and you won't have the allergies. Yeah. And so, what we do is we'll pick out a beautiful female. We'll take cuttings and we'll start those and root them out. So the only ones you'll find here at Waters Garden Center are females. We don't start by seed. We start by cuttings. So we can get exact clones of females. You've got prettier plant without the pollen issue. So there's a place for them.
Oh, I agree.
Anyway,
I agree.
I know your list goes long. We just looks like we just ran out of time.
Don't forget about Manzanita. That's the other one.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. You got half of them are true natives, half are ornamentals that think they're natives. Right. But lots of evergreens you can plant right now. Enjoy them right through winter. They're beautiful. Yep. Ken and Lisa Lane, the Mountain Gardeners. Be right back after this.